Number 13, everybody stand for all things bright, beautiful, just like welcome the Online Chapel people. We have a great congregation out there that contacts us from time to time. Welcome to you. God loves you, and so do we. Tell your neighbors that and give them a hug and say, I'm glad you're here today. Father, we thank you for this wonderful day, this day full of sunshine and happiness that is just flowing in this chapel. And we feel the love that is coming through each and every one of the people that have joined us here today, and also those people that are joining us online in the chapel. We ask that you allow us to bring that love through us to each person that we meet throughout the week. Amen. Okay, everybody, be seated. Well, this is really a beautiful day. We've had a mix this week. We've got daffodils out, we've had snow and rain, and I don't know whatever, but we've had beautiful sunshine as well, and we're so thankful to see the spring coming and once again be able to know that new life is growing. That's what it's all about. We'd like to acknowledge some of the people that are in the congregation, like Reverend Joyce Slayman is one of the ministers here, one of the other ministers, and senior minister that has been around for quite a while. We also have our MITs in the midst here, and that means my ministers in training. I have Lynne White, who's going to chair, and Derrick Whiteskycloud, who is going to be the speaker for the day, and also Maureen Long down there, who just keeps us buzzing and keeps us going behind the scenes, being the coordinator as well for the volunteers. And so we'd like to thank everybody for being here and being part of us. And mostly, we're really happy to have our Ministry of Music. Today we have Celia here, and we were kind of concerned that maybe Celia wasn't going to make it today. But she did, and we're so happy, Celia, get to come. And thank you so much for being one of our ministers of music. And, of course, our other one, Jean Thomas, is another one of our ministers of music, and they're both here. So let's give all of these helpers a hand. Okay, now, without any further ado, I'm going to introduce the chairperson to the microphone. And Lynne, would you come up, and I'm going to sit down here and enjoy myself.
All right.
Okay.
Move this down a little bit. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for coming today. We're going to have another wonderful service, and I'm always so pleased when I'm able to work with Derrick. He's been my mentor for a few years now, and it's great to be a student with him now as our ministers in training. But really do owe a lot to him and his time and energy that he's put into my spiritual growth, and he still continues to guide me. And he has wonderful stories for you. Fantastic book. If you ever want a nice, fun read, it's so, you two are very similar. It's why I think we're all here working with you, Barbara, because really our goal is to do the best, the highest and best, and so much good that we can do for everybody. So I would like Derrick to actually come elaborate further on all the wonderful things that he does. And it's not just the spiritual counseling. It's not just the mediumship and poetry and energy work. There's paranormal investigating, radio show. It's a very complex man, but with a lot of really neat things to say. So I'm going to let him go on further. Please welcome Derrick Whiteskycloud.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How you guys doing?
Great.
I want to acknowledge a good friend of mine, Dale Haggerty. His wife, actually, she's one of our ministers in training as well. Her husband, who just recently was notified that his brother passed away yesterday. He had prostate cancer. Was it prostate? No. Pancreatic cancer. And I want to acknowledge him too, and also our condolences of this church is for you. To let you know that our prayers out for you as well, support. So if you need our help, just give us a call. Also,
Do the song first.
do the song first?
Yeah, we forgot a song.
Oh, okay.
Did I skip something?
We do that and then you
It's okay.
That's okay. You can announce it here.
I can announce the song. Do the song again.
The Rose. Number 10. Number 10. It's a tough one.
I'm going to tell you a story before we start real quickly. Many years ago, when I was working nightclub as a DJ, we used to have talent night. And we had this one girl, she tried her darn, she came on stage, and she knew the words so well, the Rose, but all you could hear when she got on stage, she had a beautiful voice. But as soon as she got on stage, all you hear is, the Rose. She just couldn't get her voice up there. Get her off the stage, she's fine. So, I'll share that with you.
Let's go. We really sing out.
Give Jean the microphone.
Some say, "Love, it is the
Now, I'd like to welcome you all here. Wonderful, beautiful day today. I was up in Chilliwack yesterday. We had some very cold weather, and the day before that we had some snow up in that area in Fraser Valley. I think we're quite fortunate we actually don't have snow here that often compared to most people across Canada, because I actually have friends up in Alberta, and they're telling me like they're 30 centimeters of snow. I mean, they thought they were done that. We're now, people talk about global warming, we're just joking about this morning. That's not global warming, that's global cooling. We're supposed to get tropical weather. This is called Canadian California. So, anyways, I didn't know what to say too much today, but because my mind was on my best friend, Dale Haggerty. And plus, I was just visiting a second party last night I did for her family up in that area. And I was actually quite fortunate. I met a lady who actually was a famous actress up in California. She's 94 years old. And I can't remember her last name, but I had her card in my pocket, took it out, put a table up, picked it up. But this woman was quite phenomenal. She had done so much on stage. She traveled the world. And she was so involved during the Second World War of her singing. She said when she was a girl, 7 years old, she was picked out as a twin sister. She was a twin sister from her family, but her twin was actually died at 9 months old. But she was 7 years old, and she was chosen by a group of people in a play that when they heard her play, heard her voice, just singing, they just took her from the stage and said, "You're going to sing with us. We're going to do a trip across Canada, across the United States, across the world, and you're going to be very, very famous." And so she had a very long Spanish name, so they shortened it, and it's called Aviola. That's the name they gave her. And it was Anna Maria Francesca Aviola. And she just gives me that shivers. She has a beautiful voice, and she always did things for free to teach someone. If she felt that person had a beautiful voice or had a wonderful presence, she said she could see through people's eyes and tell if that person telling their truth, if they're really going to be good in this world or they're going to have difficulties. Even though she herself never played that psychic role or just even knowing that, we didn't use that word intuition. She just knew. She walked up to you and she says, "I could see in your eyes, you'd be very famous." So she at times would actually take that person aside. She says, "I want to train you. I'm not going to charge you. I'm going to train you." She took this one young girl, and she offered to her teachings, her skills, to a 7-year-old girl. And the girl now today is 22 years old, and she now is a famous singer. So she knew herself, just by listening to her voice, that she had the talent. Plus this woman actually, she spoke 9 different languages. So she had the ability to do all these things, but she also went through the German war. After the Second World War, she actually experienced all of this. She saw so many things that were devastating to her, but she smiled. She said, "I don't care how bad, how traumatic the things are in this world, I'm still going to give someone a smile to make them feel good." And that's what she did. She always had a smile on her face. She was so cute. Because you look at her, the way she put on her makeup. She was in a commercial years back for this woman. There was an elderly couple on this plane, and the plane the woman's in the washroom, and she's trying to put on her lipstick, and she somehow stroked across her face, and then she looked at her husband and said, "Is it on straight?" Right? Always across this way. Well, her poor eyebrows, I guess she must have had to cause because her hands were shaking, and she was like this and up that way. But she tried her best to appear before you as a wonderful, dignified person. And I admired her for that, because no matter how we try to appear before people, there are people out there that like to criticize you for how you dress or how you look or how you should be. And Barb and I yesterday, we were involved in the homelessness program. We're asked to come up here in White Rock and to be involved. And we find it's important for us in this church, in this congregation, to share their needs for those people that are homeless, those ones that actually don't have. There are people out there that are couch surfers. There are people that don't have any place to stay living in the streets. And at times out there, people will just either, you see somebody out on the side of the highway or side of the road, and you've got a little sign, and he has a squeegee in his hand, he's offering, come to your car, and shining light, he's looking for a coin to survive. And, they may look really sad, and you think, okay, why don't you go get a job, guy? You think to yourself, why don't you go get a job? But it's difficult. God's calling.
Messages from this side.
Yeah. But we always have a tendency of thinking that we can't, or we shouldn't, because we think that guy himself should go get a job. It is rather difficult for guys like him. His appearance won't be accepted, and we don't know how his education is. Now, yes, mind you, there are people out there today like to use that, take that advantage of us that are not homeless at all, and to play, the fake role, but that's very few. But there are people out there that we need to offer our services to help them. We are very fortunate. Even though we can sit in the chair and say, well, I'm having this problem, this financial problem, this financial problem. You think to yourself, how financially badly in debt are you compared to that person living in the street? How financially in bad need are you in this world when that person is surviving, waiting for that next piece of food and put into his or her hand? We see ourselves thinking that we should think of ourselves being thankful that this is what we have. No matter how small a life we've got, or how big it is. But it's important we need to offer our services to help people out there. So my wife, what she did one time, about a month ago, she saw this girl approach a couple people looking for some money. Basically, she wanted something for food. She was hungry. She looked like she was hungry. My wife went into the store and chased her around the whole neighborhood. She came out with a bag of food, chased her around the whole neighborhood. She couldn't find her, and she finally found her. She walked up to her and she said, "This is for you." The girl was in fear. She was in shock. She's like, here's a bag of food for you. And my wife put some coins in there for her, so she needs something to get for herself for later. But my wife felt it was important. No matter what it was, she thought herself intuitively that girl needed that help. And it was important. That's what we want to do. So if you have a moment in your life that you feel you need to help somebody who's homeless, or if you know somebody in that street, you've seen them dealing with something, it doesn't hurt to take a few minutes of your time to walk up to them and say, "Here, I'm going to give you some food. I'll give you a coin." Whether it's a loonie or a toonie, it doesn't hurt. We think of the most negative things in the world, which is, they're drug users, or they're alcoholics. Maybe because their family had hardship. Maybe he or she had hardship. We can't judge them for that. Now, I worked in anti-family services when I was young, a few years ago, when I was a counselor. I watched guys like them, people like them, walk into our center looking for that help. And we were always there to give them that help. We offered them a bed to sleep on. We would offer them a place to basically rest their head for a little bit and help them, give them something hot to drink and something hot to eat. There's always something there. We don't always have to offer their home if you think you need to deal with your own safety, but you can always offer them something. The thing is also what Barb and I talked about and our congregation talked about is actually coming up with the idea of having to offer doing a drive down in the future. We want to do a drive, basically, do a sock drive, a shoe drive, and a blanket drive. So if any folks out there actually have anything in mind that you have extra, please bring it to this church, and we'll collect them. And for the future, so basically, if there's anything that you have that you don't need, and we'll say blankets would be great, or even coats, winter coats if you're not using any longer, because there's always someone out there that does need that coat this day. We lost a few of the good people that have lived in the streets and had frozen to death and actually had passed away. We had one he trying to keep himself warm and died inside a dumpster. This happened in Surrey. We had one native man who was well known in the community. He was trying to find shelter and there was not enough room for him, and he froze to death in his wheelchair downtown Vancouver. So the thing is that it is important that we need to help people like that out there. Keep them warm. Even that coat can give them an extra piece of a little bit of temperature A little bit extra warmth is important. Now, sometimes when I talk about other things that talks about intuition, but I find that it's important to us that intuitively, if we feel that it's important to give someone something, a bit of ourselves to them, a little bit of your time won't hurt. I find that's important once in a while to step aside. And I do. I put my time out there because what I've been given, the gift that I got from God, I give that to the universe. I don't always charge somebody something all the time for my work because sometimes it's important to give back to society a little bit because what's given to you is actually a gift. And our gift is life. And so that's what I find is important for me. So it's up to you. Anyone out there, you guys, any one of you out there, when you're trying to put something out there, a program of your own, you want to help people. And it could be something to do with, I actually just told this recently, there's a young lady, you're the one running the singles dance program? Okay. Now, how many people run a singles dance program? Very few. Okay. And I said, actually Maureen told me that. Singles dance program? Is it Maureen? Yeah. She said what she does with singles dance program. I said, she dances by herself? The joke. But the thing is that she cared. She wanted to put this young lady wants to put this together to help people that are single. We always have something there that we want to give to the service. Say for Lynne herself. She puts herself out there to help all kinds of people. Keith, he comes with me. We do some paranormal investigating. He offers his time with me so we can create an interest of the public of what to deal with as far as paranormal investigating is concerned and share with the public. Lynne also offers the services as well. There's all kinds of people. The young ladies here, young ladies here, they offer their services as being musicians. We have the music for a church congregation. It's always something they offer because it's given to us as a gift, and we're giving back to offer the services of enlightenment to everybody else in this place. So it's important that we give something back. So thank you guys for that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Derrick.
Squeeze.
Sorry about that. That was wonderful. Thank you. You're right. We should give back because we get so many things given to us every day. We have gifts we receive and blessings from Spirit. To be able to pass those things on to me is just incredible, and it's something that if we just can pay it forward, we get it paid forward to us, and we pay it forward back. What a wonderful world it'll be that we can all keep that going. All right. Right now we're going to our healing portion of our service. It really separates us from a lot of different churches because it is really, I think, the stability and the core of what we do here. We have a healing bowl in the back of the room. If you would like to put someone's name on it that you feel needs healing, you just need to put their first name because God knows who they are. So just write their name down, and the healers each day will send their loving thoughts, prayers, and healing to them. And if you would like to receive a healing, please take a chair in the circle in the back, and one of the healing facilitators will come and do the energy work. And for the rest of you, just to close your eyes, clear your mind, just put a blank page. Just think of a blank page in your mind and allow all the healing, love, and light to come to you during this portion of the service.
Comfortable position and take your thoughts inward and upward to the spot in the universe where God resides and He will be. Allow the energy to move through the tips of your toes, moving upwards, going round and round the body. And allow it to come up through the top of the head and flow over the body like a gentle summer rain. As you breathe in again, feel the energy bringing alive all the cells in the body that work together with all of the organs. And allow those organs to be like a wonderful symphony concert orchestra that play their instruments independently, but they play with such harmony and such rhythm that they are working for the whole beauty of the piece they are playing. And as you breathe the energy in and revitalize all of the energies in the body, in the cells, in the organs, know that you are doing that to bring healing to the whole. And as the energy comes in again through the tips of the toes, allow it to expand into the mind. Let the mind open and be receptive. Let the mind be positive and be healthy, so that it may touch the dreams, the ideas that God has to make you all that you can be. Allow those dreams, those thoughts, those energies to come through the mind to healthy growth, so that they will grow and produce the dream that God has for you. Breathing in again, allow yourself to come in touch with the Spirit, that part of yourself that is always perfect. And allow the Spirit to communicate to the mind and the body what it needs for this journey that it is having in this physical existence. And as you have healed your own self, body, mind, and spirit, be like a pebble in a great pond of energy, and allow your energy to move forward and ripple outward, and let it touch each member in the room. And joining together, allowing the energy to draw through everyone to facilitate the healing. Taking a deep breath now, think about outside of this room into the community of your family, the community around you, of your teachers and your leaders, and allow that energy to ripple out and touch all of them, so that they too may experience the wonderful healing, the wonderful peace. Allow that energy now to go forward into the world, and not only touch the world's leaders, but to touch the animals, the vegetation, the waters, the atmosphere, so that they may be healed. And let us be thankful to the animals and the vegetation and the minerals that give of themselves and serve us so greatly and feed us so well. Allow us now to reach out into the universe, into other parts of the universe that we are not familiar with, for many mansions in God's world that we are not aware of every room and every mansion. But we send love and we send caring
For God promises us that love and healing is never ending. And all we need to do is ask. And the energy will follow the intention of the thought. And the healing will begin. Now, as we circle back to the seat of the soul, take a few moments just to sit quietly before you come back to your everyday, workaday world, to enjoy the tranquility and the peace of the healing area of your garden, the inner garden of healing. And know that you may visit here at any time. And God has promised the love and the healing is never ending. So open your hearts, your mind and your hand. God bless you, and He sends His angels to keep after you.
So if you've missed a service or you really enjoyed one, you can go back online and watch it anytime at www.innergarden.com, Inner Garden, all one word. Do we have any birthdays or anniversaries today? Birthdays? Birthday? You have a birthday? He's not answering. No. Are you going to sing happy birthday anyway? Yeah. Okay. We have one? We have one right here. So he was keeping it very quiet. He's keeping it very quiet. Happy anniversaries of what he hears. 21? 21? Oh, it's going to be a birthday song. Barb Leonard. Are you our co-chair and our special speaker next week? Yes. All right, we get a double shot with you. Wow. That's exciting. That's great. I'll be here for sure.
Yeah, we'll get you trained.
And upcoming, we're really excited. Our Spring Bazaar is coming up May 17th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So please let us know if you'd like to sell your crafts or any arts. We're going to have tables that you can purchase, $20 and $30. Also, if you would like to contribute to our bake table, we are looking for some wonderful bakers, and I know we have some here. Or if you're great at making cakes, we're going to do a cake walk, so we'll be looking for cakes for the cake walk. I think I volunteered my sister. She's just walked in the door for the first time, and she's up for a couple of cakes already. Also, just please let us know how if you can help us that day if you want to volunteer. We would love for you to come and help out, and we are going to have a jumbo sale table. So if you have some items or re-gifts at home you've never used and you'd like to donate, we can put it on our jumbo sale table. We will take those too. So again, if you can help, whether baking, volunteering that day, help us set up whatever you can do, please let Maureen, Barbara, Derrick, or myself know. We would love the extra hands that day. And Barbara's lined up some great entertainment. There's going to be a professional magician, George Cook, so magic for children that day. And a folk singer and children's entertainer, author Rosemary Phillips is going to be here for the children. There'll be psychic demonstrations to the audience, and we will have a tea room with teacup readings. So that will be fun for the kids and for the adults. And I think that's we've already done the wonderful workshop. Thank you last week with Ted. It was amazing for those who didn't see it. If we could ever get him back, that was certainly a wonderful, I would say, enlightening, eye-opening workshop, and I would take it a second or third time because it was fantastic. So thank you for arranging that for us. And now we can ask for your free will donations to the Inner Garden, and we're going to do our offering song while we do that. Number 21. For the Inner Garden Chapel, for its members and all congregation. We thank you. Amen. Now, again, another part of our service that just sets us apart from other services. We have a wonderful demonstration of mediumship. And we have Barb Leonard down here, and it says, yeah, Derrick?
I think somebody's printer wasn't together.
If you want to jump in with any messages, you know. We always love to hear as well. And, all right, and me as well. But this is great. If one of us has a message for you, and you like the message, we just ask you to say yes, please. And if you don't want the message, please just say no, thank you, and that's fine too. So we just want you to be comfortable, and the messages are always quite uplifting, quite inspirational, and with Derrick, they're really cool. So I'm going to hand this back over to Derrick Whiteskycloud.
I like the mic in my hand. I get used to this all the time for years. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay, have some fun. Okay. Actually, I want to share something with me. I have a message for the lady in the back with the purple scarf. I don't know your name. I'm sorry.
Margaret.
Margaret. I'm wanting to acknowledge someone here from Spirit, and asks this. Me, it feels like it's an older male crossed over. The way I'm seeing looks like his dad. But I'm also seeing a ring in your hand or in his hand, and he shows me X's and O's and X's and O's. Does that make sense at all?
No, not really.
Okay. Well, X's, loves and kisses.
I guess that's it was a defection.
Is there anything in your hand that has X's and O's, X's and O's?
Yes, I have got a ring on my hand. But it's not from my father.
That's okay. There's his older man. Who is that ring from?
I just bought it and stuff.
Okay. This guy follows you.
Pardon?
This fellow follows you that has the X's and O's. This has got your dad because he's trying, even though you may not have had a relationship with your father, in spirit, he's trying to have a relationship with you. Okay? I feel, when did you get this ring? How long ago?
5 or 6 years ago.
Okay, how long did your father pass over?
He's been dead 23 years.
Okay. I strongly feel that that this ring was put there for a reason for you to find it. Okay? I really do. Because for some reason, he shows me loves and kisses, and that means, like most will have hugs and kisses, because parents have a way of doing that in spirit. They'll try to use something symbolic. And I was asking if you have something in your hand or something around your neck that has X's and O's, because I feel strongly that they put that there for you to find that. Your dad's the one that actually takes responsibility that ring was put there. He wants to let me know, tell you that he's with you. He's not there to hurt your feelings, but there to help you. Okay?
Yes.
One thing that's important he wants to share with you as well, I feel it's actually someone who actually had the connection to the Navy or the military. Who is this? I'm being shown a man in a sailboat in water. And he's either your side to you or here. So you show the Navy.
Not, I don't know anybody in
Okay.
only friends, no relatives.
What about, anyone in your family Navy? Yes.
My brother was with the Merchant Marine.
Okay, he's coming through with you. Okay. He's crossed over?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. He's coming through and he wants to bring in the ships. Okay, and he's actually acknowledging you. He wants to acknowledge, now he's bringing up, this is happy birthday, so someone's birthday, not today, but someone's birthday coming up by the end of this month. He's bringing up the end of this month. Okay? And he wants to acknowledge that birthday, but he also brings up the anniversary of his passing. So it's either a month from now, but he's bringing this up for a reason. Understand? Okay? And he's wanting to let you know he's also with you as well. He wants to say hello to the family. So let you know this as well. Okay? So he's actually been quite well. And the way I'm seeing him, even though he was in the Merchant Marines, I also feel, man, you got a lot of spirits around here right now, strongly. Everybody, I'm telling you guys, there's orbs, and they're coming through right now. My own eyes are all over you guys in here right now. I can see a whole pile of things. This is cool. I wish you could see what I could see. And it's not my eyes crazy. It's actually, I can feel them coming in stronger and stronger all the time. They are above you guys in the back. There's 1, 2, 3, there's 4 people behind you on your side family. I'm seeing a female, one female. It's almost like I say that your mom's crossed over, but I don't say your mom's around you right there. She has an exact look to you, as if you could have been mother and you could have been sisters. Understand? I've never met your mom, but she shows me her look. She's right behind you, right over this shoulder right here. She's on that side. We also have a younger person next to her that she's shorter than her. Who's that? Your aunt? Okay, because she's about shoulder height. Understand? She's really short. I should use the word short. I need a little bit more petite. She's there with you as well, and your mom's energy is very strong behind you. In fact, I can see her quite strong. She's almost like levitating from about waist up, and she's behind you here. Now, did your mom deal with cancer when she passed?
No.
Who had the month of July then?
I was born in July.
Okay, your mom wants to acknowledge your birth in July then.
Okay.
Okay. Because that's how the only way I can understand is that I'm hearing my name cancer. That means either she dealt with cancer or
Yes.
birth month of birth. Okay. She wants to say happy birthday to you before July for that month.
Thank you.
Okay?
Wonderful. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Made my day.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Now, even I got an arrow pointing down to you. That means this is for you. What's your first name? Lady in the coat.
Me?
Yes.
Joy.
Joy? Nice to meet you, Joy. It's a joy to meet you. I'm sure you heard that for years. Okay. Yeah. I actually have a friend of mine that actually, he's James Gilliland is his name. And James is kind of a funny fellow. When I had him on my radio show, he used to say, "What's your greatest joy in life?" And I said, "Well, I think either one did." So there we go. Anyways, I want to bring it up to you, and I want to say that something is concerning me, because I feel like you need to take care of your health more. Understand? I feel like there's an addiction connected to you somehow. As if I'm holding my fingers together. Do you smoke? Okay, you need to stop. Okay, please. Because there's an accommodation of something coming up here that you need to take care of. Okay, that's all I want to share it with you. It's important I want to say this. Because I feel there's actually this woman here and family, your family has crossed over, whether she's mom or grandmother, because I've shown the same conditions of the conditions of their health have crossed over. Okay, and I want to bring in the heart. Who's this?
My mom died of cancer, mesothelioma, so cancer that affects your mind who you are.
Okay.
5 years ago.
Are you connected to her?
Yeah,
That's
she's my
friendship.
really friend.
Okay, because she talked about somebody in the family that she has the cancer or had dealt with this, but it's almost like it's hereditary. They call it not hereditary, but it's like it went from grandma to mom to, and they're making sure that you don't.
My mom's mom has no cancer.
Okay, I'm going to say she did. Or say that you're just saying that they don't want to bring it down a constant lineage. They want to stop from there. They want people to take care of themselves more. Understand? So that's important to say this. Not saying you're going to have it, you won't. I'm not saying that with you at all, period. None. There's nothing there. You've got a clean bill of health. They're just showing me the Red Cross. That means you're clear. Okay? And they're also giving you this Red Cross like their faith. It's just for me to tell you this, to have more faith in your life, because you have many things to do. Understand?
Okay.
Okay? Now, this is kind of cool. For you, they're bringing out the boyfriend. So either you don't have one, but you're worried about not having one.
I'm probably worried about not having a boyfriend.
Okay? Okay. Now, don't worry. It's going to happen. You'll have someone. Okay? You are making yourself feel like you're going through a little bit of tears at night, tears on my pillow.
Yeah.
Understand?
Yeah.
Like no one loves me, or actually kind of thinking. Okay.
No joy loves me,
Okay, but I'm just saying, understand this, not the idea of not someone loving you, but a relationship as a connection to partner.
Yeah.
Understand? They're saying not to worry, it all will work itself out.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, just be happy with that and not
I
worry.
don't try to push things to somebody who's...
You don't have to worry yourself sick. You're still young yet. You got lots to do yet. Okay? They're also bringing out now. They're talking about your dad. Okay? And I get a response from you like, okay. What's going on with Dad right now? Because it gives you a bit of sadness or...
It says, he's just... He's dating somebody who's only the same age as my sister, but he's
Okay.
not very...
Let's put it this way. Don't let it get to you. You're not responsible for your father.
No.
Okay? Let the part go. That's his own responsibility. Let him deal with his own personal life. Okay? What's important for you to do is to take care of yourself. And you enjoy your life and you make the best of it. Okay? You're not the mother to your father. Understand? I know you like to raise your father.
I like to put...
I'm sure I might say, I know you like to raise your father to be the mother role, but you can't.
Yeah.
Understand? Because I know you like to tell him what to do, but you gotta stop doing that. Be a daughter, but be who you are. Don't let anybody tell you what you need to do with.
Okay.
Okay? Understand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, okay. It's kind of cool. I see arrows. not hurting arrows. They're like, you ever see those pointing arrows that point down to you, like it looks down at the person here, point to them? It's kind of funny. I have a man standing behind you, my dear. I forget your first name. Yeah, you're Janet?
Yeah,
Okay, Janet?
Yeah.
Okay. I have a male standing behind you with his arms crossed like this. Okay, and he's looking at you like, okay, she's not listening. She's not listening. And do you know what I'm talking about?
My dad!
Yeah. Okay. Now, he's telling me that you've already talked about, now she doesn't tell me anything. He's telling me that you've already talked about wanting to travel. And that you're leaving the country, and you are leaving the country. You're actually making a trip. It's going to happen. Don't let it stop you. Because for some reason, you're going like, no, I'm too busy. I can't do this. I can't do this. I got things to do. I can't go. Understand? I'm just too poor. No, you're not. You got the money. Okay? He's telling me to tell you, don't stop yourself from believing what you do. Because what you're doing is you're procrastinating your skill, because you also have a gift as well. Because your father's spirit has changed from being of male form to an orb. Now he's just between you and Keith. Okay, so just above both of you. And that's how their spirit orbs. They're about that size when you see them in human form. They're just hovering above you. But your dad is phenomenal, because in spirit he can do anything he wants. He's already told me, he's done right now, he says, tell her I've already talked to her in her dreams. I've already talked to her in her dreams. So he's already spoken to you last night. He said to me that you had a very strange dream, and it actually made you get up earlier than you should have. Does that make sense at all? Okay? Because this is not her normal sleep. She's always asleep in her.
She likes her sleep.
She likes her sleep. But he made you wake up earlier for a reason, because he wanted to get your attention. He cut off your dream that you're having something romantically in your sleep. He changed all that because he wanted to get your attention. Listen to me, I want you to enjoy your trip, he says. Now, he's bringing up two places to say to you, because normally, like Lynne and Keith like to go to Scotland, but this is not Scotland. I'm saying go to Spain and the UK. So there's two places you could go into. For some reason, there's an attraction to go to the two locations. One is probably the desire to be there from a possible previously past life, but it's an enjoyable trip. You're going to be with two other people when you make this trip. It's not by yourself. Okay? I'm seeing two other people with you. You're probably Keith. You're probably Lynne.
She's got lots of money. She buy her sisters again.
Okay, there you go. But when you make the trip, enjoy yourself, because you got lots to do. Okay? Now, are you with someone in a relationship right now?
Yes.
Okay. Now, does he treat you well?
Very.
Okay, see? That's why you're supposed to take him with you.
He's the bottom.
Take him with you. Okay? Don't leave him behind. This is not a girls' trip. This is like a partner's team. There's actually 3 people going with you. In total, 3. Okay, enjoy the trip. You have a great time. Now, I have... now, someone bring up France for some reason. I want to just slap France in front of me.
I'm sorry.
They're bringing up France in front of me for a reason. You talk about it. Okay, it's for okay, I've got, what's your name? Lee. Okay. Hi Lee, how you doing? Good. I've got someone here in spirit coming through, and actually bringing an older man's cross. Okay, I mean, he tells me he's either your dad or grandfather, because he just brings up the same, similar name to your name, by the way. So your name is Lee. Is there another Lee in the family?
Lee's my name.
Is there a Robert Lee to the family? Like a Robert to the family on your family's side?
The other side, no.
Are you sure? Check it out, because I think there's a Robert in there somewhere.
Okay.
Like a Robert Roberta, but actually Robert with some nails crossed over. It's almost like I can almost you somehow hear like Robert E. Lee, but it's not Robert E. Lee, it's actually Robert Lee, but possibly the Robert. Now, this man's crossed over. It feels like a grandfather to me is crossed over. Either you didn't know many of your relatives, but I want to say one grandfather you did. One you may not have. This other grandfather crossed over a long time previously before you.
long time ago.
before you were born. What's Alberta, Saskatchewan have to do with you?
Alberta?
Alberta or Saskatchewan?
My dad's side of the family immigrated to Alberta.
Okay. Your dad's side of the family? This got to be the grandfather that crossed over before Lynne.
Okay, he crossed over. I was alive then.
Okay.
My grandfather on my mother's side died just after I was born.
Yeah, it's just like this one grandfather who tells me he crossed over before you grew up. Like, so it's almost like as if you weren't. Yeah.
Well, it could be great, you know.
Unless you met him. Did you meet your great-grandfather?
No, I never met him.
No, this is granddad. He says granddad. He didn't say great-grandfather. He said grandfather.
Well, like I say, the only granddads that died, they both died. They both passed over, but one died, passed over when I was baby.
He pointed out dad. He says dad.
Yeah.
You're bringing up dad's side of the family. I'm not sure making sense. Okay. Why I'm saying this, now I'm bringing this up. He's telling me to tell you this, that you have many new things you're doing this time. He's also he's talking about a place like Maple Ridge or in this location, and I don't know what's happening over there. I don't know where you're from, I have no idea. But something's going to happen in that location. He also talks about bringing up the idea, he says healing. Put my hands down, he says, and he shows me the healer. That means that you need to seriously consider getting something to healing for yourself or healing in the program. Does that make sense at all? Okay. Have you talked about it or have you done it already?
I've been told by a very close dear friend that I'm a healer.
Then I think you should seriously look at it. Because I'm seeing your hands put down like this, and you're doing this back and forth. That means that there's going to be something happening. So seriously consider looking at it. It'll draw more healing for you personally that even Anne is doing quite well with that. Okay? How are we doing? One more? Two more? One more? Okay. Okay. Now, this person has crossed over. I'm not going to tell you who it is yet. This person's crossed over, whether I'm told you or not. The way the person crossed over dealt with a stroke and heart. Just not too long ago. And the way I'm seeing the stroke and heart, it's like, there's two. They're bringing up the mom. It says mother, heart, stroke. And she showed me a tight band across her head and down the side. I'm heading in that direction. What does that say? Okay, she's making a look. Did your mom cross over from a heart? Stroke? No, not you, Jen. Sorry, Jen. Yes? Your mom crossed over the heart and stroke? Okay, she's with me right here with you. Not you, her. No. Yeah. Give me your name. Anne. Okay. She's with you, Anne. Now, she's telling me there's going to be some changes in the household. Some changes. Creaking like a horror movie. There's going to be some changes in the household. She says there's going to be some shifting and changing around. Does that make sense at all?
No.
Okay? Trust me, it's going to change. But the changes are like... How do I explain this? The change in the household is all to do with, to me, feel like it's financial. It's almost like a financial gain, not lesser than, but more than. That makes sense at all? A gain. Okay, you're going up, not down. Understand? Now, whether you are getting more income coming in, or one of you two are, but it's supposed to say it's supposed to be an extension going into your life. More addition for income. Understand?
Yes.
And I'm supposed to acknowledge the father that's crossed over to your side of the family as well, whether I feel it's like it's to you. but I feel as a father figure crossed over to the side of the family. Because he also wants to be acknowledged. He's really encouraging me this way. The way this man looks to me is if he shows me the old cowboy in the family. Who actually played the cowboy role?
Nobody.
Yep, they did. If somebody here tells me to show that they want to be a cowboy, they want to be the cowboy.
In my family?
Let's see. He shows himself to me almost like Wild Bill. Is there somebody named William or Bill in your family?
No, not passed over.
Still living? Who's Bill?
My stepbrother.
Okay. They're probably calling him Wild Bill. Is he crazy? Wild?
I haven't seen him in 40 years.
That's probably him. Now, do you know he's still living?
Pardon?
Do you know he's still living?
I'm not sure, but I believe he is.
I think you better check. Seriously, I think you better check. Just find out. Just throw it up in the air and say, is Bill still living? I got a fun feeling something needs to do with his health, but they show me the Wild Bill in the family. One sentence, that's why I say there's a little bit of change in the household that make you feel a little bit unbalanced, or feel like you cannot, or you may not understand, or be able to handle a little bit of the stress. But you need to know, to be aware of this and being in control of it. Okay? Does that make sense at all? You will understand it when it's best to happen. Okay? You're getting a phone call. Trust me, just a minute.
All right, thank
Okay?
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. There we go. All right, we're going to do our closing prayer. So actually, before we do that, I want to thank the congregation and the spiritual healing facilitators and all our volunteers.
There we go.
Once again, I want to thank our congregation, our spiritual and healing facilitators, all our volunteers, and of course our coordinator, Maureen Lum. She keeps us all organized and on track every Sunday. And also all those helpers on both sides for the messages to you all, and that have helped make the service all it can be for you. So, and again, thank you for your music. Both of you, when you're here, it just makes it incredible for us to have you both playing the piano for us at each service, so thank you so much. And we're going to do Let There Be Love. It's number 48, but we're going to stand in a circle, and after this song, we invite you to stay for coffee and conversation, and if we can help put the chairs away after the service, we would really appreciate that as well. And again, especially Derrick Whiteskycloud for a wonderful service and message.